Okay, so we have fluid statics. So ibig sabihin nun, these are fluids at rest. So magsimula tayo sa concept. Now let's talk about pressure. Pag sinabi natin pressure, it is the normal force acting on a unit area. So basically, ang formula nito is simply force over area. Now, ano yung mga in-expect nating possible units? So, ang mga units ng pressure, most likely kapag SI is simply Pascal. Ang ibig sabihin ng Pascal, that is Newton every meter square. So, that is a unit of pressure, Pascal. Pag ang lumabas sa board exam, kilopascal, ibig sabihin ang corresponding unit noon, kilonewton kada meter square. Okay, another useful conversion is yung megapascal. Ang megapascal is mega newton every meter squared, or simply, mas madalas magagamit is newton every millimeter squared. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng megapascal. So, pwede siya mega newton per meter squared, or kaya naman newton per millimeter squared. Okay, next. Okay, let's define Pascal's law. Okay, ang sabi sa Pascal's law, at any point in a fluid at rest, all pressure is the same in all directions. So, ibig sabihin, okay, in illustration, pag titingnan natin yung Pascal's law, so kailangan meron tayong fluids na confined dun sa container. Tapos, kung titingnan natin dito, ang ibig sabihin niya, yung pressure at point 1, parehas dapat sa pressure at point 2. Okay, yun yung dinidescribe ng Pascal's law. Using our formula na force over area, so lumalabas yung ating pressure 1, pwede siya isulat as force 1 over area 1, and then yung pressure 2, pwede siya makompute using force 2 i-divide ng area 2. So ito yung ating Pascal's law. Now, if we will get the ratio ng area, okay, we'll have area 2 over area 1, yan yung tinatawag nating na mechanical advantage. Okay, ideal mechanical advantage. So using Pascal's law, pwede tayong mag-exert ng maliit na force, and then yung output natin malaking force. Okay, using fluids. Next. A pressure given depth of the fluid. So ito is a typical question sa fluids. So for example, meron tayo ditong fluid exposed sa atmosphere, and then you have a certain height. Tapos gusto nating malaman yung pressure at the bottom. So, yung pressure at point P. So, ang gagawin mo lang, simply add lahat ng pressure. So, meron tayo dito pressure atmospheric plus the pressure developed due to height. So, pressure at point P is equivalent sa atmospheric pressure plus the gauge pressure. Yung gauge pressure na yan yung pressure developed due to height. Now, ang formula ng gauge pressure na to, that is simply gamma H. So, pag may nagbigay ng height, basta malaman mo yung gamma or specific weight ng fluid, makukuha mo yung corresponding gauge pressure. Since nag-a-add ka ng atmospheric tsaka gauge pressure, lumalabas yung pressure na nasa-solve dyan is simply absolute. So again, pag ang tinatanong sa board exam is absolute pressure, kasama yung atmospheric doon, plus the gauge. Pero pag ang tinatanong sa board exam is gauge pressure lang, ang gamitin mo lang ng formula is gamma H. Now, regarding sa atmospheric pressure, that is constant, yan yung pressure exerted by the atmosphere, dapat kabisado natin yung typical conversion. So, ililista ko lahat ng conversion na useful dito, and then, dapat isulat natin sa papel. So, 1 atm is equivalent sa ilang kilopascal. So, constant yan, dapat kabisado. So, that should be 101.325 kilopascal. Another conversion, 1 atm, ilang PSI to pound per square inch. So this must be 14.7 PSI. 1 atm, ilang millimeter mercury. So please memorize that is 760 millimeter mercury. And then you have 1 atm, ilang torr or torricelli. So parehas lang yan sa millimeter mercury in magnitude. So this is also 760 torricelli. And then 1 atm, ilang inch mercury. So kung sakaling nakalimutan yung inch mercury, pero kabisado nyo yung millimeter mercury, pwede nyo gawin is simply convert millimeter papuntang inches. So you have 760 Tapos yung converting factor natin is 1 inch 25.4 mm. Simply divide lang ng 25.4. So lalabas dito na 29.92. So that is inch mercury. So pwede yung direct conversion yan. Next is kilopascal gauge. So ang 1 atm, ilang kilopascal gauge. Now, pag sinabi natin gauge pressure, ito yung intensity of the pressure measured above or below atmospheric pressure. So ang sukatan ng gauge pressure, atmospheric. Since nandun tayo sa atmospheric pressure, ito yung pinaka-reference, ibig sabihin lang nun, that is always zero gauge. So pag tinanong tayo 1 atm or atmospheric pressure, 0 kilopascal gauge or zero gauge. Next, ilan siyang kilogram per centimeter squared? So that should be 1.032. Next, ilang meters of water? So ang 1 atm, pag tinanong tayo ng conversion sa meters of water, that is 10.33 meters of water. Kung nakakalimutan natin yung value or magnitude ng 10.33, pwede natin gamitin yung formula na gamma H. Okay, di ba naalala natin na ang pressure, okay, ang formula niya gamma H. So pwede yan. So kung gagamitin mo yung formula na to, tapos gusto mo makuha yung height in water, ang ilagay mo lang na gamma ng water. So, lagay ko dito yung value na 101.325 as pressure. So, you have 101.325, yan yung magnitude in kilopascal. Equivalent sa gamma, gusto ko gamma ng water. So, ang gamma ng water is 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So, consistent yan dito. And then, ang kailangan mo mahanap is yung height. So, gawin mo lang itong alpha x. So, kung gabisado nyo yung 101.325, i-divide nyo lang yun na 9.81, automatically nakukuha natin yung meters of water. So, shift solve, lalabas dito 10.33 meters of water. Pag feet of water naman yung kailangan, pwede nyo i-convert yung 10.33 meters papuntang feet. So you have 10.33 meters gawin nating feet. So ang conversion natin is 3.28. So 1 meter is 3.28 feet. So lalabas feet in watt. So approximately 33.88. Next is 1 bar. Ang 1 bar is 100 kilopascal. So conversion yan. So pag tinanong ka ng 1 atm, i-divide mo lang yung 101.325 ng 100. Parang lalabas in terms of bar. So ang 1 atm is equivalent sa 1.01225 bar. So these are constant and conversion regarding sa atmospheric pressure. So please copy and memorize. Okay, malaking bagay kung ilalagay sa index. Next. Okay, so problem number 1. What is the pressure at point A in the tank if the height is 2 feet? So meron tayong illustration dito. Given the gravity to be 32.2 feet per second squared and the density is 1.94 slug per cubic foot. So ang tinatanong na pressure, ang unit should be pound force per feet squared. Now, in the problem, since walang binanggit regarding sa atmospheric, kaya ang gawin nating calculation is the gauge pressure at point A. Okay, kung sakaling hindi lumabas yung sagot sa gauge pressure, ang gawin lang natin later is mag-add lang ng atmospheric para maging absolute. So, meron tayong gauge and absolute answer regarding sa pressure at point A. Okay, pero most likely, this must be gauge pressure. So, dun muna tayo magsimula. Ang formula ng gauge pressure given yung certain height is simply gamma H. So, ito yung working solution natin. Alam natin na yung gamma, okay, kung sakaling hindi given, pwede siyang makalculate using gamma H. Gamma H. Okay, so meaning, ang pressure natin sa point A, pwede pala siya isulat na rho GH. So, rho GH. Okay, yung rho G na to, yun lang din yung gamma. Okay, so given yung density, gravity, and height, lahat yan given in the problem. Unit analysis na lang ito. Okay, and then substitution. Okay, so input natin yung mga data. So ang density ng fluid is 1.94 slug per cubic foot. Okay, ang gravity to be used is standard na 32.2 feet per second squared. And then yung height to be considered is 2 feet. Okay, so unit analysis na lang kulang. Okay, so we can cancel out yung feet dito para lumabas na yung feet squared. So cancel out feet. Okay, magiging feet squared na lang yan. And then, analyze natin yung slug feet per second squared. So hopefully, malinaw sa atin yung mga conversion. Okay. Now, ang ibig sabihin ng pound force, kasi pound force yung hinahanap natin, ang definition ng pound force is slug feet per second squared. So sana malinaw sa inyo na ang pound force, ang unit na pinanggalingan, slug feet per second squared. So 1 pound force is equivalent sa slug, okay, feet per second squared. So mathematically speaking, cancelled out lang yung slug and then as well yung feet per second squared. So ang matitirang unit na lang talaga is pound force per feet squared. So makukuha na natin yung final answer. Okay, calculator na lang yung last. So we have 1.94 multiply ng 32.2 times 2. Okay, using our calculator, ang tamang sagot should be 124.936. You always choose the best answer sa board exam, obviously, letter D. So 125 pound force kada feet squared. So this is correct answer. So this is letter D. Again, kung sakaling wala sa choices yung lumabas, meaning absolute pressure yung tinatanong, dagdagan nyo lang yung sagot nyo ng atmospheric pressure, lalabas yung absolute. So again, this is problem number 1. Problem number 2. A vessel is initially connected to a reservoir open to the atmosphere. The connecting valve is then closed and the vacuum of 65.5 kilopascal is applied to the vessel. What is the absolute pressure in the vessel? Assume standard atmospheric pressure. Okay. So ang tinatanong dito is the absolute pressure. So use our formula. Okay, ang formula ng absolute pressure is atmospheric plus gauge. So ang gagamitin daw nating atmospheric pressure is the standard atmospheric pressure. So alam natin yung value nun. And then yung gauge pressure natin, manggagaling siya dun sa ating vessel. Sa loob ng vessel is gauge. Okay, binigay na yung pressure in the valve or in the vessel na 65.5 kilopascal. Kaya lang, that is vacuum. Again, pag sinabing vacuum pressure, default na yon na that is negative. Ibig sabihin ng vacuum is below atmospheric. So every time isusulat niyo yung value nun, dapat merong kasamang negative sign. So mabilis lang siya, direct substitution. So absolute pressure is being asked. Atmospheric pressure na standard in terms of kilopascal is 101.325. And then yung gauge pressure natin is 65.5 kilopascal na vacuum. So ibig sabihin, negative 65.5. So direct sub, calculator, then makuha natin yung sagot. So you have 101.325, okay, minus, ganyan na siyang minus 65.5. So lumalabas ang ating absolute pressure ay in the vessel is equivalent sa 35.825 kilopascal. We always choose the best answer, so the best answer is 36 kilopascal absolute. So madali lang yung problem number 2. Simply formula dependent. Huwag lang kalimutan. Absolute pressure is atmospheric plus gauge. Okay, problem number 3. A vacuum pump is used to drain a flooded mine shaft of 68 Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius water. The vapor pressure at this temperature is 0.34 psi or 2.34 kilopascal. The pump is incapable of lifting the water higher than 400 inches or 10.16 meters. Compute the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so you have a vacuum pump, tinatanong atmospheric pressure. Now, para makuha natin yung atmospheric pressure in these certain conditions, okay, so hindi siya 101.325 kasi meron tayong conditions na dapat gawin, visualize na lang natin yung water lifting ng ating vacuum pump. Okay, so parang ganito yung illustration niya. So, for example, andito yung pressure vacuum natin. So, magsasak siya ng water, tataas siya hanggang 400 inches or 10.16 meters. And then, ang tinatanong is the atmospheric pressure dito. Now, para hindi ako nalilito regarding sa ganitong conditions, ang lagi ko lang tinatandaan regarding sa pressures are same level, same pressure. So, tinitingnan ko yung illustration or nag-i-imagine ako, as pag merong mga fluids involved regarding sa pressure, humahanap ako ng point kung saan same level sila. And every time same level sila, same pressure din yung nararanasan doon. For example, etong level na to. So, at this point, open sa atmosphere, so atmospheric pressure dito. Kapantay niya lang yung nandito. So, same level, same pressure. So, kung naman yung pressure dito, yun din yung pressure dito. So, at this level, ang pressure dito, atmospheric. So, pwede ko na isulat yun as atmospheric. Equivalent siya dito. Na kung tinitingnan ko yung pressure dito sa loob ng ating vacuum pump, so ang pressure total dito is additive lang. Yung pressure dito plus yung pressure due to height. So this is pressure vacuum, plus pressure due to height is gamma h. Okay, so substitution na lang yan, makuha na natin yung atmospheric pressure. Now, depende sa inyo kung saan kayo mas familiar. You can use SI units regarding dito kasi yung pressure ng vapor natin pwedeng English, pwedeng SI, and then yung sa height pwedeng English, pwedeng SI, depende sa preference nyo. Okay, but since mas familiar ako sa SI units, ang gamitin ko na lang is yung SI. Okay, so substitution tayo sa SI. So ang ating vapor pressure in terms of SI is 2.34 hectopascal plus ang gamma ng ating water, since water is given, constant yun, kailangan kabisado. Ang gamma ng water sa SI is 9.81. Ang unit niya is kilonewton every cubic meter. And then yung height na kaya niyang i-lift given, so i-consider ko yung SI unit, 10.16 meters. Okay, so kung mag-unit analysis ka, cancelled out yung meters. So mangyayari dito, meter squared. So this is kilopascal. Itong kilonewton per meter squared, kilopascal din. So consistent naman yan. Okay, so press na lang natin sa calcu. So you have 2.34 as 9.81. Multiply natin ng 10.16. So makukuha natin yung atmospheric pressure. So ang atmospheric pressure in this condition is equivalent sa 102.0096 kilopascal. Okay? Now, the problem is, meron ditong kilopascal, pero hindi siya equivalent sa 102.0096. So, gawin natin, obviously, mali na ito, kasi hindi naman sila equivalent. I-convert natin siya papuntang PSI. So, may conversion na naman dito. So, conversion lang naman to. Hopefully, kabisado natin. So, you have 14.7 PSI. Okay, that is 101.325 kilopascal. So, mag-cancelled out na yung kilopascal. So, matitira na lang should be PSI. Okay, so, maglagay lang ako ng conversion. You have the answer. Word ko lang. 14.7 over 101.325. So in terms of PSI, ang atmospheric pressure natin in this problem should be equivalent sa 14.79. You always choose the best answer. Obviously, ito yung pinakamalapit. So ang tamang sagot natin is letter C. So ang atmospheric pressure dito is equivalent sa 14.799, approximately 14.78 PSI. Okay, so madali lang yung sample problems, yung mga problem regarding sa pressures. Most likely, yung magiging challenging part is simply conversion tsaka unit analysis. So that's it. This is problem number 3.